Okay, so I don't really have a topic for this video because honestly speaking, like, what would I even talk about? The history of the dramatic art of dropping to one's knees while screaming "No!" at the sky? It seems a little trite, doesn't it? I mean, I guess it has been done by Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker and Buzz Lightyear, and it's kind of a staple of some sort of drama in characters, isn't it? But that's neither here nor there. Instead, I'm going to do an art rant. And so ever since the second episode of Monomyth, I've had this trend of including one picture I colored myself for the episode. We started this because our comic artist Sammy started also coloring the comic pages for us in her style. This freed up my time immensely, otherwise all I'd be doing is coloring comic panels, and the way she works with layers helps me and Hoshi be able to animate the stills in ways that have worked well within our budget to bring the story to life. But since I colored episode 1 entirely on my own, I wanted to keep a piece of my coloring in every episode. And that's what this one was. I picked this part of the episode where Imel throws back her head, thrusts her fist into the air, and gives her best Darth Vader impression.
No.
The delivery is honestly just adorable, and always makes me laugh. But also, I always record when I color these to make them into video of their own. I'm going to link a playlist at the end of this so you can watch the rest of them. There isn't always a story, sometimes it's just a picture that I liked, and sometimes it's a panel that may have gotten forgotten about, or specifically used only in the form of the colored project. So, when I start putting together the video clips for this project, I made an absolutely heartbreaking discovery. I was missing the second half of the video. The one I did all the shading for. This type of thing has happened before, usually the result of me being absent-minded or either putting it somewhere I forget or deleting it without even realizing. Although in the past it was just the flat colors, and those are easy to fix. But the shading never comes out the same way twice. Thankfully, I still had the fully detailed piece, so that's when I decided to pull a pro artist move. I covered up the parts that were already shaded and then used an eraser tool to slowly reveal the bits of the fleshed out artwork underneath. Crude, a bit sad, but hey, I get paid in watch hours, yo. If a video isn't at least 8 minutes, I'm basically wasting your time and mine. So as I was doing this, I started trying to think of when could I have possibly lost the file that I had done the shading on. And then it hit me. Recently I noticed some swelling on my laptop. Yep, summer heat had caused part of the laptop to warp where some of the battery was, meaning I had to get everything onto an external hard drive fast. It probably got lost at some point, sometime the transfer, and I just didn't realize it. Damn it! I guess it's fine. I mean, it has to be, right? One other thing I did notice is I wasn't entirely happy with the level of depth that I initially did on the picture. It just wasn't good enough, I think. A couple areas like the green parts in her shoes weren't shaded at all, and even for quick jobs and anime work, I typically have at least 2 layers of shading, but this only had 1. And then, if it didn't even more frustrating from there. Those of you who saw last week's story drop probably were a little confused. Well, that's because I was working on this exact video and realized that I hadn't even put the damn scene in episode 5. Like, oh my god, how does anyone make a mistake like that? Honestly, if this was any other production company, somebody would have gotten fired. But since the only person that could get fired is me, well, I just can't get burned. But I'd be lying if I say I didn't immolate over it a bit. I still can't believe I really screwed up like that. I didn't think it was possible at first. I was like, did I really do this? So first I went looking for the file on my computer, and it wasn't there. Just the scene by itself wasn't there. Okay, no big deal. I usually delete the individual scenes from my computer to save on space once I have a full episode. Then I looked for the whole MP4 file, episode 5, and this whole scene was skipped. No. I thought, I must be looking at an older version.
When the two arrived home,
So I went on YouTube, started watching episode 5, and sure as fuck, it was skipped on YouTube too. But hey, at least we all get to see it eventually, right? You guys let me know in the comments whether you think I should upload a version of episode 5 with the Lost Candlemaker scene included. Candle emojis in the comments if I should do that. If I get, 10 candle emojis, then I will. So, for all the crap this picture went through, I think it ended up better in the end. There's another side to this, though. It's actually something that stopped me from posting this picture for months. See, initially episode 5 released in November, so naturally this picture should have come out either sometime right before or right after. And the reason why it didn't had to do with the results of the 2024 US elections. Are you seeing where I'm going here? Basically, I was legitimately concerned about making IMO seem like the crying lib meme that conservatives have been using for years. Not as if they're without their own unforgettable faces that really should be memed way harder than they are. Weirdos. So right, I didn't want the weirdos drawn out of their basements ruining this scene, so I chose to hang back until now because I also felt that this is the reasonable response and reaction to the way things are going between politics, AI technology getting worse, but also better, and prices now going through the roof thanks to tariffs. It's not surprising, conservatives have done this sort of thing forever, like when Jimmy Carter had the White House roof fitted with solar panels only for Ronald Reagan to tear them down, like how every Democratic leader has pulled the economy out of a recession only for conservatives to sink us back in. I'm gonna start thinking of some other topics to talk about. Let me ask for comments on this video, see what you guys might like to see next. During one of my recent metaphor streams, someone asked if we're a did or other type of plural system. I could make a video about that. I'm also thinking of working with a friend of mine on a video about Fahrenheit 451. It's really kind of jarring how much of Ray Bradbury's cautionary tale about humans beginning to rely on AI personalities to be their families, of extreme censorship and detachment from politics leads ultimately to a society of ruin and war. Not at all relevant. Or I could go into a full dive on the concepts of gender, transhumanism, and robotics that exist in my future, some 400 years from now. I've also got my eye on a particular anime involving the Necronomicon. If you haven't seen Necronomico and the Cosmic Horror Show yet, you're not alone because I haven't either. But it's something that's been suggested to us more than once. Oh, something else I want to do, probably toward the end of summer, is finish Assassin's Creed Shadows. Once I do, I'm gonna finally sit down and design my hideout base. But here's the thing. I want to do it on stream with as many of you as that want to help. I'll take your suggestions, opinions, and we can design it together. Super Chats will have their suggestions implemented immediately, and any others will be decided democratically by the chat. Stay tuned for more information on that. Streams are every Friday around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Bree and I attend every stream if you want to ask us anything in person.
No.
Now's the time where I push the Patreon page. Patreon is the best place for you to support us directly. There are a lot of available extras to keep you entertained, including extra chapters of Monomyth and some hints to future projects as well. Right now, indie artists like us need all the support we can get, and everything you give helps keep this story and this channel alive. Ultimately, it's up to every one of you to show up. Ultimately, it's up to every one of you that shows up each week to watch our videos, and I really can't thank you enough. For those of you who've joined us on Patreon, I'd like to give a shout out to Emily Mastronardi, Heinrich28, Pammy Poo, JC Moreland, Shadow Fox, Charles Tam, Arya Kabari, and Lunder Lumen. Also a big shout out to our channel members, Chain Furry. You can become a channel member and get access to my weekly content before anyone else. Many a Meko Maxamako. That means many small things make a big thing.